Luke Lucas here at the Johnstown campus, and we're here at the 33rd annual Hold Your Urine competition. Here we have our two finalists. Michael Jeffries, you've been sitting here, man. This is your fourth competition. You're about to win gold. How do you feel?
I just want that gold, Luke. Just want that gold. I came so close last year. Couldn't get it off. I could blow any second now, though.
Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Jeff Michaels. You won gold last year. You won gold the year before.
Yeah.
What are you going to do this year?
Probably gonna go to Disney World, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Actually, I'm probably just gonna go Cracker Barrel.
Well, you better hold that urethra and you better get gold, man.
All right, thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
My God, he's done it!
Yeah.
The three-peat!
Yeah.
The three-peat!
Yeah.
He's done it, everybody!
Yeah.
How do you feel today?
I feel amazing,
How
man.
do you feel today?
I feel really good about this
Oh,
victory.
man.
I tried hard. I did a lot of preparation for this.
You've done this for 3 years and you've won gold for 3 years.
Yeah.
Man, tell me, you gotta tell me what your secret is.
I've been using these dietary supplements, actually. They've really been helping me.
Oh man, can you explain that? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, sure, but let me use the bathroom first.
The nephron begins with a structure called the Bowman's capsule, which is a hollow, ball-like structure that surrounds the glomerulus. The endothelium of the glomerulus is fused to the Bowman's capsule so that fluid being filtered out of the capillaries passes directly into the lumen. The glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule come together to form the renal corpuscle. Filtration rate through the renal corpuscle depends on the solute concentration and the pressure of the blood. Filtered fluid will then flow into the proximal tubule, down the descending loop of Henle, through the loop of Henle, back up the ascending loop of Henle, where it will travel to the distal tubule. From the distal tubule, fluid will drain into a single larger tube called the collecting duct. Surrounding the nephron throughout this process is the efferent arteriole. The efferent arteriole is capable of secretion and reabsorption of fluids between the nephron. Reabsorption of fluids from the nephron back into the bloodstream depends on the solute concentration in the blood. When the solute concentration is too high, the arteriole will reabsorb fluid from the nephron by means of capillaries, which will decrease the concentration of the solute in the blood. Reabsorption occurs mainly at the proximal tubule, the loop of Henle, and the distal tubule. In the case of Jeff Michaels, his solute concentration within the blood was abnormally high due to the supplement taken. In order for his body to compensate, his blood reabsorbed a majority of his fluid intake and in turn decreased the amount of fluid excreted through urination. This slight edge over the competition was only temporary, however, due to the body's homeostatic regulation of the urinary system. The increase in solute concentration without a large change in blood volume will lead to the release of vasopressin. Here we see vasopressin in the vasa recta capillaries. This vasopressin causes insertion of water porins into the apical membrane by first binding to a membrane receptor. Once bound, the receptor will activate cyclic AMP secondary messenger system. When vasopressin levels in the collecting ducts, water permeability are low, the collecting duct cell has fewer water pores in the apical membrane, so it stores the aquaporin water pores in storage vesicles. When vasopressin arrives, it binds its receptor on the basolateral side of the renal arteriole. Binding then activates a G protein, cyclic AMP secondary messenger system. The phosphorylation of intracellular proteins causes the aquaporin vesicles to move and fuse to the apical membrane of the collecting duct, increasing the cell's permeability to water. Water is then absorbed by osmosis into the blood. This leads to an increase in extracellular fluid within the blood vessel, and in turn, an increase in blood pressure. The heart will respond quicker than the kidneys in this scenario, and cardiovascular reflexes lower blood pressure. This will halt the release of vasopressin. Eventually, the kidneys will need to excrete the excess salt and water. The aquaporins between the collecting duct and renal artery will no longer allow reabsorption in the blood. The water will flow through the nephron and out of the collecting duct, where it is eventually excreted as urine. This explains why Jeff Michaels was eventually no longer able to fight the urge to urinate and ran off camera to take care of his business.
This man is so smart. Your knowledge and your skill set and your dedication to this craft is really what sets you apart as a competitor in this urine competition.
Thanks, Luke.
We can look forward to having you in our next year's competition. Here's your gift card. You're not spending it all in one place.
Yes. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks.
This is Luke Lucas for Channel 4 News, signing off.